Greetings everyone, welcome to this new video. We're gonna talk about how to farm Uber Elder. So there's a few things that goes into this and how to set it up for you to maximize your profits and how to just consistently not wasting time on having Uber Elder or the Elder influence on different places on the Atlas that we do not want it, because we want to just farm our T16s and just farm Uber Elder as soon as it spawns. So these are a few steps that you're gonna need to do to set it up, and after that it's gonna be super easy to maintain and just do it correctly. The reason why we're doing this is because farming Uber Elder and T16s are very lucrative no matter where you are in the league, and if you get lucky and you get a Watcher's Eye, especially if you identify a Uber Elder Watcher's Eye which has 3 mods on it instead of the other Watcher's Eyes which only have 2, you can get like a mirror's worth in profit. But if you do not identify your Watcher's Eye, it's 6 Exalted per Watcher's Eye you're selling, and those gonna sell almost immediately because people want to gamble with these kind of things and stuff like that. So that's 6 Exalted. Something to remember is that Uber Elder also they have a drop chance of those Watcher's Eye of 1 in 4 according to Reddit. Someone did 1,000 Uber Elder runs and those were the kind of stats he got out of it. And also it drops high level bases, so if you get a good base or if you get other drops, other uniques, that is also good. So there's a lot of good things that can come out of this. So it's very lucrative. So without further ado, let's just get into it. For our first step, we're gonna need to clear our Atlas from all the Elder influence we have. So my Elder influence is right here, and I want to clear it from the Atlas so I have a clean slate so I can easily spawn it wherever I want, which we're gonna talk about in a later step. Also, you might not need to do this if you can also, if you see Geode is next to Crimson Temple, if you run Crimson Temple, this will this Elder influence will transfer into this, and you can transfer it in there and then go all the way up. But there's too many steps, and Elder influence and Shaper influence is very unpredictable. So we're gonna do it the easy way, the way we're gonna do it for all the other tries we're gonna do in this. But you can, if you're very close to the center, you might be better off just leading it in and then just consistently doing my other technique when you have done Uber Elder the first time. But we are gonna erase these ones, which means that we're gonna need to run them. We don't need to run all of them because as soon as we run Lighthouse, for example, here, that means it's gonna take off the pit map also. So that means we're taking care of 2 when we're doing this Lighthouse. That means we're left with Moon Temple and Geode, which we're gonna need to run also. When all of them are gone, we have cleared Atlas from all the Elder influence and we can go to the next step. As you can see, we have cleared Elder influence from our map. There's not a single point here, there's Elder influence. And now we're free to put our Elder influence wherever we want. So how this works is that, for example, if I'm just running Cursed Crypt here, which is a tier 4 map, that means at some point it can be 1 map in, it can be 10 maps in, we do not know, it's all random, but at some point the Elder influence is gonna spawn. That means it can be over here, but it can also be at any other tier 4, like the crater up here, it can spawn up here, or some of the other ones like City Square here. So it's all random where it's gonna spawn, but it's gonna be at the same tier you were running at that point of time. So we can use this to our advantage because our tier 16 are all in the middle, so it does not matter which one it spawns at. So as long as we spawn or just running tier 16 maps, it's always gonna spawn in the middle, which means we don't need to lead it anywhere, we just need to run it, which I'm gonna show you in a moment. Also, something to take into account is that I'm gonna run my tier 16 Elder map here, which is my beach map. The reason for that is I'm gonna just run it for this stage right here. The reason for it is that we're gonna use a lot of Guardian maps later on in these stages. We're gonna use it first to do all the special Uber Elder Guardians, and then we're gonna need to run it. We're basically gonna run 2 of each map here in the middle as soon as our Elder Influence has spawned, which means that we're gonna use a lot of Guardian maps, but our beach map we can just use to spawn this Elder Influence in here. So we don't want to waste our Guardian maps. We can waste these, so we're just gonna continue that way for this specific stage. Don't do it any other point. Just save these up for when you are trying to spawn the influence. So let's get into it. Now when we have run our tier 16 map and we have had our Elder Influence spawn in the middle, like I said, it will always spawn at the nearest tier 16 map, which is right here. Now I want to mention something before we start going through all these explanations. The reason why I'm running tier 16 beach maps is because of the map drops, and I had some in my inventory. You can also run any high tier map except the Guardian. You can also run Guardian if you want to, but for reasons that I already explained, you do want to save these ones. So you can also run tier 15, because tier 15 is going to be very close, so even doesn't matter which tier 15 is going to spawn, the Elder Influence is going to spawn at, we're just going to need to lead it into the middle anyway, like we talked about. And so we got it to spawn right here at our Phoenix map. So what you're gonna need to do is to run the Phoenix map first. That means it's gonna be Elder Influenced, and now it's very important that you run either Hydra or Minotaur, because the Elder Influence is gonna only spread to adjacent maps. This means that Chimera, if you run this one right after, it's not gonna influence this one. So run Phoenix first, or whatever your Elder Blob is, and then run to the 2 other adjacent maps. And then it doesn't matter, as soon as you have affected all of these with Elder, and then we can start it with the next step, which we're gonna talk about soon. Now when we have spread our Elder Influence all over our tier 16 maps right here, as you can see, the symbols here are changed. This means that the Elder Guardians have moved into these maps. So you need to kill all the Elder Guardians for the Uber Elder to spawn. So what you're gonna need to do is just pick up all the Guardian maps. This is why we need 8 of these Guardian maps to every time we're doing this. 4 to just spread the Elder Influence, and 4 to kill the Guardians again. So when we have killed them, it does not matter in which order, you just kill them whatever. And when we have done that, we're gonna have Uber Elder smack in the middle of this. So we managed to kill all the Elder Guardians, and that means we only have our Uber Elder fight left for us. We're gonna use our fragments of Hydra, Minotaur, Chimera, and Phoenix to put it in the map device, so normal Shaper run. But instead of Shaper being there, it's gonna be the Uber Elder fight straight into the middle. So you don't need to go in through 100 different phases or anything like that. You're just gonna get the Uber Elder fight directly. If you want to repeat this, you just start from step number 2. As soon as you've killed the Uber Elder, it's from step number 2 and upwards again. And you just rinse and repeat as many times as you want. There we have it. Thank you so much for supporting me by putting a like on this video and subscribing to my channel. If you have any questions about what I just did, or any other questions regarding Path of Exile, then just leave a comment in the comment field and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Happy hunting, Exiles!